Let me ask you something that might surprise you. What do you want from life? Exactly. Can you answer that in one clear sentence? Most people can't. And that's not a coincidence. That's the problem. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 principles to get what you really want in life. And you might be surprised, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why most people never get there. So let me tell you the truth most people don't want to hear. Hard work doesn't guarantee results. Neither does talent, nor discipline. You can do everything right and still feel like life isn't responding. Why? Because effort without direction is invisible. Most people are excellent workers, reliable, busy, responsible. But let's be honest. When was the last time you clearly asked for what you want? Because if effort alone were enough, you'd already be living a very different life. Asking is a signal. The moment you ask clearly, something shifts. Your focus sharpens. Your choices change. Your brain starts filtering reality differently. Things you never noticed suddenly stand out. And here's the strange part. You don't need to understand how this works. Why? You don't need to understand electricity to turn on a light. You don't need to understand gravity to walk. You just do it. And you perform these miracles every day without thinking. Asking follows the same principle, because asking is where receiving begins, and most people never even start. Principle 1. Asking creates clarity. Most people wait. They wait to feel ready, to feel confident, to feel certain. But let me flip that for you. When you ask yourself, what do I really want? Your mind has no choice but to organize itself. And here's why most people avoid that question. Because once you ask, you can't pretend you don't know anymore. And this responsibility might be uncomfortable. But that discomfort? That is your doorway to get what you really want. Principle 2. Asking is the beginning of receiving. Most people believe receiving is difficult, that opportunities are rare, that success is guarded. But what if that's just a limiting belief? What if receiving is possible, and we simply need to establish a new belief? Think about Victoria Beckham for a moment. Before becoming a global style icon, she was a girl who was bullied at school. She often felt like an outsider. At age 8, she watched the film Fame. From that moment on, she knew she wanted to become a pop star. 12 years later, she was chosen alongside Mel B, Mel C, Emma Bunton, and Geri Halliwell to form the Spice Girls. The group became a global phenomenon. Why? Because she asked for it. But she didn't stop there, and this is where it gets even more interesting. Victoria wanted more. Even when the Spice Girls split, she rebuilt herself and launched her own fashion brand under her name, because she knew what she wanted. Fashion critics expected her to fail. Instead, 3 years later, she won Designer Brand of the Year at the British Fashion Awards. Even Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour regularly wears Victoria Beckham, alongside modern style icons such as Hailey Bieber and Kim Kardashian. She didn't become successful because she was famous. She became successful because she did something better. She asked, "What do I want exactly?" So let me ask you, who are you still waiting to become because you haven't dared to ask yet? You think your dreams are too big to dream? Then the next one is for you. Principle 3. There is more available than you think. Here's another belief that quietly limits you. The idea that success is scarce. That if someone else has it, there's less left for you. But success isn't a pie. It's an ocean. Look at Anna Sorokin, the German socialite who talked her way into New York's elite world without actually having the money to belong there. Her rise and fall were so remarkable that Netflix created an entire series about her. We should not see her as a role model for her illegal actions. But her story exposes something important about human behavior. Anna arrived in New York without real money, status, or connections. Yet she lived in luxury hotels, convinced banks to consider multi-million-dollar loans, and negotiated a prestigious private members club project in Manhattan. How? She asked. Clearly, directly, without hesitation. No apologizing, no maybe, no softening the request. She spoke as if the opportunity already belonged to her, and people responded to that certainty. Most people don't fail because the answer is no. They fail because they never ask with clarity. Her case shows a powerful truth. People often don't give you what you deserve. They give you what you confidently ask for. So what does that tell us? Stop asking small. Start asking big. Because it's not just if you ask, it's how you ask. There are two ways, and one of them changes everything. Method 1. Ask with intelligence. Intelligent asking means clarity. Not more, not better, not someday, but how much, by when? What exactly does it look like? Specific questions create magnetic goals. What would change in your behavior if your goal were crystal clear? You can do this in two simple ways. Option 1. Write in a journal. Write one page that starts with, "In 6 or 12 months, my life looks like this." Be specific. Where are you? What do your days look like? Who are you surrounded by? How do you feel when you wake up? This isn't manifestation magic. This is identity training. Option 2. Create a vision board, physical or digital. Add images that represent the lifestyle you want, the people around you, the work you want to do, the environment you want to live in, how you want to feel every day. Not what impresses others, but what pulls you emotionally. When you physically write your desires into a journal or collect images that represent the life you want, you move your desires out of your head and into the real world. Your brain treats written goals differently than vague thoughts. Once your brain knows what you're aiming for, it starts eliminating distractions automatically. You stop saying yes to the wrong things. You start noticing the right opportunities. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Method 2. Ask with faith. This is the hardest part. Faith. Remember when you were a child? Children ask boldly. But when we grow up, we start asking carefully, if at all. Here's the balance. Plan like an adult. Believe like a child. Faith doesn't mean fantasy. It means emotional commitment to a decision you've already made logically, like Victoria Beckham did when she decided to become a pop star. So let me challenge you. Try this for 90 days. 90 days of asking clearly for what you want. And don't keep it in your head. Write it in the comments. Write it in your journal. Create a vision board. Ask clearly. Act consistently. Believe enough to stay in motion. But be aware, this could change your life forever. Because when you master the art of asking, you today stop drifting. You stop waiting for permission. You stop mistaking effort for progress. You become someone who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to define it. And here's the quiet truth. The world doesn't respond to intentions. It responds to clarity and movement. So the real question is, what are you finally ready to ask for?